Okay, so I've mentioned how the challenge when it comes to armholes and sleeves is that sometimes the sleeve is either too big or too small and it doesn't fit just right. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you how to adjust the cap so that it fits into the armhole correctly. All right, let's do it. I was saying the challenge here is to have the sleeve cap fit correctly into the armhole, right? So sometimes the cap is either too big or too small. So I'm going to show you how to fix this problem. So I'm going to start by tracing my sleeve on another piece of dotted paper. So before I do that, I'm going to create a grain line in the middle of the paper so that I can line up my grain line of the sleeve with this grain line right here. I'm going to focus on the sleeve cap, adjusting the sleeve cap to fit the armhole. So for the purpose of this exercise, I don't have to trace the entire sleeve. I'm only going to trace this much, and I'll show you how to adjust the cap area. So I've traced this portion of the sleeve. So I'm going to show you two techniques regarding the sleeve cap. One is how to increase the cap, meaning making it bigger, and the other is decreasing the size of the cap, making it smaller. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, let's take a quick example here. For example, this is purely an example, okay? Let's say that when you add the back armhole and the front armhole, let's just say that it comes to, say, 15 inches, for example. And let's say that our sleeve cap measures 14 inches. Well, we've got a problem here. So how do I make this sleeve cap, right, which is now 14, how do I make it to be 15 so it fits the armhole correctly? I'm going to show you. So to increase the cap, I'm going to use a technique called slash and spread. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I strongly suggest you take my pattern making 1 class course, which will demonstrate what slash and spread is all about. Hopefully by now you'll know what that means. So I'm going to slash the center of my sleeve, as well I'm going to slash my bicep levels. So watch what happens now. I'm going to lift my cap like so. See that? I'm going to go up like this, and when I do that, see what happens? This area expands. So I'm slashing and spreading my sleeve cap to add fullness. So if this was once 14, for example, by doing this, we're now increasing the amount of the sleeve cap. So we can adjust it. We can make it, you know, a half inch bigger, or 3/4, or 1 inch, or whatever is necessary. Okay? So that's the slash and spread technique. Once I have my desired measurement that I need to increase here, basically I'm going to take a piece of dotted paper, and just like we've done in the past with the slash and spread technique, I'm going to take a piece of paper, right, and scotch tape. So we've added, say, 1 inch, for example, and just reblend, reshape your cap so that you have a new adjusted measurement. Okay, what if we want to decrease the cap, making it smaller, right? How do we do that? For example, let's say that, again, the armhole is 15 inches and our cap measures 16 inches. So we have to make the cap smaller. So we'll do the opposite of the slash and spread. Instead of spreading the pattern, it's still cut the same way, but we're going to overlap the two patterns. We're going to overlap the two pieces of the cap. So when you overlap it, see, this becomes smaller. Now when you do that, this bicep level that you've cut will come down into the sleeve. That's okay, that's fine, that's normal. That's just part of the process and technique. But by overlapping, right, we're making this measurement smaller. And again, then you scotch tape, readjust it, all that, clean it up and all that, and you have a new adjusted sleeve cap. Welcome to Fashion Premier Academy. Design your future now.